This is a representation of the pipe at the bottom of an oil well. You have your casing right here, and this casing would literally be cemented to the structure that's around it. These holes that you see right here, if you can see them, these are blown into the rock out 3 to 4 feet in order to allow oil to flow. This would fill with oil, water. This right here is called a sand filter. It's got holes to suck stuff in. This is called a gas tube. The way this thing works is as the oil and water are being pulled through here, it causes a differential in pressure, which causes the oil and the gas to separate. But you don't want the oil and gas to separate out in bubbles. This is called a tubing anchor. Right here, these things expand out into the wall. This helps to hold it in place while it's being pushed into position. Then you have the tubing, which comes down into this. This is your rod pump. Now this is extremely small. This is only about 4 or 5 feet long. Normally these things are closer to about 20 feet long. You have a little ball valve in there, if you can see it. This is the rod that's pumping. And then of course it goes up through the sucker rod. These are called pins underneath here. And then it goes up to the top of the casing. Okay. This is your tubing. This is your casing, production casing. This space right in here is called the annulus. And this will fill up with gas, which is vented off through this line right here. There's where the casing gas is vented off. This is your flow line, or correction, your tubing output. This is your stuffing box. You have what's called a wiper, and this is the wrong kind of rubber on there. Then you have these 4, and then you have another one, and this is the wrong one there too. These pieces that you see right here, these should be perfectly aligned with this, and it wasn't done. And somewhere on here there's a grease zert. Yeah, conveniently missing. It was probably here and it's probably cut off. But what you do is you pump grease in there, and that grease works down and through this. Anyway, that's the basics of an oil well.